Well, hello, my beautiful Gemini. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for May 2023. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details, and I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Gemini, this is your monthly reading for May. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But just to make you aware, May is a pretty huge month astrologically. We have 3 major events to look out for. The first major one is the full moon eclipse on the 5th of May, and it's in the sign of Scorpio. Now, eclipses, they do tend to bring very chaotic energy and also tremendous change. So being in the sign of Scorpio, this can indicate that clandestine changes behind the scenes start to appear on a global scale, but also it can affect you on a personal level as well. Now, you may notice some information that perhaps has been kept from the collective start to surface. It'll only be the tip of the iceberg in May, and then it becomes a big reveal at the end of the year. That's how the astrological placements are indicating at the moment. But on a personal level, it may drain your energy initially, but it also encourages a major powerful change within your life. Changes that you might actually keep to yourself until they are fully realized. Now, keeping things to yourself doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It means perhaps you're working in silence or you need no distractions. It can also indicate that you are going off grid to be a little bit private so that you can work on something and not tell anybody about it for quite some time. I mean, look at that. You've even got the introspection card there. So going off grid or withdrawing to really focus on something that you're reaching for. Could be a project. You may need to protect your energy during the month of May. I would also say make sure that you look at your eating habits in May, just making sure that you've got the right vitamins, because I am picking up a slight energy of you picking up a seasonal cold, okay? And they're also indicating just a little bit of tension around the back area. So be careful when you are heavy lifting, for example, because you may just strain yourself a little bit. I don't see anything negative here, but I actually am picking up energy of it's almost like I'm picking up hay fever rather than a cold. So, but I'm also picking up like a little bit of weakness in the back area. So just watch out for that. And getting back to the energy for us all collectively, especially you, my beautiful Gemini, how you be feeling. You may actually start to feel very exhausted during the actual eclipse, but it will offer you a portal of self-knowledge, especially to confront things that you've outgrown, to declutter your life. And on a global scale, it can indicate, oh, isn't this interesting? You've got the sun twice. I'm loving the cards for you already. On a global scale, you may actually see some really shocking events in the financial sector, because Taurus season, it actually rules money, acquisitions, savings, pensions, inflation, financial structures, and alliances. And we're already seeing major shifts on a global scale towards a more digitalized currency as well. But you may see some shakeups, or you may actually see some challenging times on the financial front. I mean, I know we've already seen some things that are a little bit difficult and bumpy, but there's a little bit more ahead. That's what I'm feeling with the energy and how things are going. But I really want you to be aware that we do have Jupiter in the mix this time round, and Jupiter brings a lot of benevolent energy. It actually moves into the sign of Taurus, and it stays there until May next year. So on a personal level, This is a very exciting time for you to connect to that energy to manifest more prosperity. You can tap into the energy that's available and use it for your benefit to attract more wealth. So on a personal level, it's quite interesting. But on a global scale, there are some major restructures ahead, okay? I want you to be aware of that. Now, also, we do have Mercury going direct, and you'll start to feel that energy from the 15th of May, even though Mercury sort of starts moving direct on the 14th. The 15th, you'll start to feel that energy. Now, Mercury, it's been retrograde, and you may have felt that you're a little bit lethargic. You may have also felt that you are noticing maybe internet glitches, or your internet provider has been down, or your phone's not working, the internet's not been working, or maybe emails or mail has been going awry, or even you may notice that some of electrical appliances have been breaking down or need repairing. Well, that all starts to shift, and it starts to become a little bit more positive. And if you've been like me, I've been stumbling over my words a lot during this Mercury retrograde. You'll actually be a lot more eloquent as you move towards the 15th of May and beyond. So it will be a perfect time to give a pitch of an idea, or start up a new project, or even, reestablish your boundaries in situations, asking the universe for what you truly desire and being direct about what you want, as well as, if you are taking an appraisal or you are giving a presentation, this is a perfect time to have yourself heard and understood. And really, they're giving me this energy of flex. Okay, it's almost like you are standing your ground on something. So it's a perfect time to do that. Now, there is an interesting alignment that could be a little bit difficult. Okay, I don't want you to worry, and I'm not here to spook anybody or anything like that. But as Jupiter moves into the sign of Taurus, it has a first major alignment, which is a clash with Pluto. Now, Pluto is, of course, the planet of the unseen coming to light, all the hidden coming to light. So again, you may see some shocking exposés that perhaps have been, kept from the collective, as well as Pluto is the planet associated with pandemics, not just the one we've been through. I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about ones in general, okay? And you may see reminders of all that we've been through for the last couple of years. This may pop up on social media, so I just want you to be aware of it. There is like a cycle where it is a reminder time for difficult years that we've experienced, but also you may see some developments within that sector as well. So there may be new data, there may be new variations, there may be, things like that. It's what I want you to be aware of. Jupiter is present this time around, so it suggests an easier time for us all. But I do want you to be aware that it can feel a little bit overwhelming as we move through that full moon eclipse. Remember, energy is important. And if you're starting to see, I'm only mentioning it because you may see more of these things like out and about, like if you watch mainstream media, which I think most people don't anymore. But if you are doing that, it may change your frequency and give you a frequency of fear, or change your vibrations. And you are in a very strong manifestation month in the month of May. So it's really important to try to keep that level of positivity as much as possible. Now, I know we're all human. Sometimes we're up, sometimes we're down. Sometimes it's really hard to be positive, and that's okay. We've got to be okay sometimes with just not being okay. Sometimes when people ask me, so, hey, how are you doing today? And if I'm really having a bad day, I'll say, you know what? Today's not a good day, actually, but you know what? I'm going to get through it. I'm going to find solutions to the problems that I got, and I'm really lucky with what I've got so far, but I'm going to be honest and say, you caught me on a bad day. And, or sometimes I'm going to be having a great day, and I'll say, you know what? Today's a fantastic day, and I just feel like I'm walking on air. Tomorrow may be different, but today I'm actually going to use the energy I've got. I'm going to live in the moment, and all is well. So really move with those fluctuations. I want you to be aware that Jupiter is with us all, and it is a benevolent planet. It is available for us all to tap into until the 24th of May. Not the 24th of May, May 2024. Okay, so it's available for us to tap into until May 2024. So 1 year we have to really capitalize on those benevolent energies, that auspicious good luck, before there are some major changes and restructures that lie ahead. Now, ultimately, this period encourages us all to detox, declutter, and really focus on our finances, because Taurus season is all about acquisitions and money. So you may be looking at your budgets during this time, really rearranging your finances to make some things work. Maybe looking at the things that you like that perhaps you could do without, or if you're doing really well, putting some money aside to save for a rainy day. I just see calculations. They're actually in the water. They're showing me like mathematical equations. I was never very good at equations or maths in general. But anyway, what I'm seeing though is perhaps you trying to strategize something or work something out, really analyze. So maybe you're trying to buy a huge purchase or you're saving for a huge purchase. I actually see you being on track. You're on the right path, and there's a lot of positive energy. They're also giving me this energy of you being protected and directed towards your goal. Okay, now also you may be looking at your finances from a point of view of where you house your finances, protecting all that you have, making sure they're not your finances are not housed in institutions that are linked by license. Otherwise, you would not be covered for the two establishments. Okay, you'll not be insured for it. So I feel like you're very, very savvy. I feel like already you're putting yourself in a good position to weather any economic, fluctuations. Now, your 12th house is actually influencing you this month. So it's going to be a very deep soul searching month for you, rediscovering parts of yourself, refocusing on your true calling. And it may feel like a very strange cycle, as you may feel like withdrawing from the everyday in order to ask those bigger philosophical questions. But at the same time, you're going to feel that push and pull to get out and be a little bit more sociable. So just watch out for that. There will be this sort of like push and pull energy for you. Some of you may think about taking yourself away on a vacation, or you may take some time out to meditate or mediate on something. It will be a very positive experience that really enlightens you and gives you the answers that you seek. So this is a big month for you gaining clarity. Also, your 6th house takes over mid-month, and that's all about your daily routines. So you're going to feel very productive. You're going to be getting stuff done. And what's wonderful, you've got the Sun card as your first card. So you're being given the gift of energy to get all your tasks completed. You'll finish what you start, and you'll start new things as well. Lots of energy, but also any of your plans, your projects, and your ideas, they start to take root and they start to really take off. You're going to be looking at, the mundane tasks or responsibilities. Unfortunately, we all have to do that. So you may be calling up people to get things sorted. You may have to sign documents, look at paperwork, check your mail, you pay the bills, look at, perhaps you have to look at the car and see if the insurance is up, or, so I feel like there's a lot of mundane tasks that have to be done, and that can feel a little bit boring, but I actually see that you're going to get it done in double time so that you are able to have more time for you. Now, also this month, you're going to look at not just your responsibilities, but healthcare routines, self-care routines, and it may feel like you've got a lot on during this period, but you're going to be really organized and you're going to have more time for you. The Sun card indicates you're reaching for something better or something greater. You're trying to level up, and the vision that you have, you will accomplish it, okay? We see some really good karma coming for you here as well. And I feel like you're in a state of magnetism where you're drawing projects or opportunities as well as people towards you in the month of May. This card indicates illumination. You see what you need to do or what you need to take action on, and you will accomplish it. And you're striving for success. Now, success looks differently for everybody. I feel some of you could be, success is doing something that you love. Success is perhaps finding your soul tribe, or being in love, or perhaps it is, a financial windfall. Whatever it is that you are focusing on in the month of May, you're going to accomplish it. Right underneath it, we got the 6 of Wands, which is victory, which is good news coming on in, which indicates some sort of recognition for a job well done. Now, I also am picking up an energy. If you are in a career sector, there's definitely an opportunity to be noticed in your working environment and be elevated. I feel like you're the star of the show or the star of wherever you work, because I feel there's someone here who, what I'm seeing is someone who is in a position of power in your company. If you work for a company, they're going to be leaving soon. Okay, this person's going to be leaving soon, but they're really well connected and they actually have a soft spot for you. And I'm not talking in a romantic sense. They see a hard worker, they see someone who's got a lot of talent, and I feel like this person wants to do you a good turn. So just before they leave, I actually feel like they either impart some knowledge or they connect you with somebody. There's some sort of collaboration there. I do feel like this person will try to keep in touch when they leave. This is someone who sees a lot of potential in you for your future. I definitely see that they could tap you for moving to a company that they're actually going to, so they may headhunt you, or they may actually put in a good word for you to get a promotion or raise, or introduce you to someone long-term who can help you in your career. I'm definitely feeling a very strong career energy. If you're not in the working environment and you are either someone who, is a stay-at-home parent, or perhaps you are someone who is retired, or you are not able to enter the working sector at the moment, they're indicating that you are appreciated and those around you are going to show you how much you mean to them. You're doing a really good job and you're a wonderful human being. And people, you may have felt recently that you've either been misunderstood or unseen in some way in your life. And you may feel like you're doing so much and there's just never any sort of thanks or there's never any appreciation. Well, this month you get a big confirmation of appreciation from those who are important to you, okay? With the illumination card, this really indicates that things are starting to blossom for you in a really positive sense. You're attracting abundance, but you're also taking action towards abundance. You've got, you're clear of mind and you're reaching for happiness. And I feel trusting and being aware of what it is that you want, you're actually calling it into being, okay? Also, this is a really big month for personal development and personal growth. You have the Hermit there and you have the Sun. I mean, you got the Sun twice. There's a lot of light in your reading, which means if you've been going through any sorrow or some really difficult times, they're indicating that better times are going to return to you, okay? Sorry, I just got a itchy leg there. Better times are returning to you, and you're going to start to see those better times start to return to you in the month of May, okay? Now, the Six of Wands, it really is a card of desiring to be seen, to be understood, to, it's almost like you don't want people to look at you and your effort that you're making, but at the same time, a little bit of thanks or appreciation wouldn't go amiss. And I feel you're actually going to get that confirmation in the month of May, where people appreciate the hard work that you've been putting in, and that's in the home space or in the working environment. There's definitely people are glad that you're there is what I'm picking up on, okay? Also, this card indicates a lot of success, an accomplishment, and some really good news coming on in. This is a card of victory. And the Six of Wands is an interesting one because it also indicates that you're achieving your goals. Some of you may get a promotion or a qualification if you're coming out of the education environment, or some of you may actually be taking a driving test and there's a victory there. Some of you may have some sort of test that you are taking in the month of May. You're going to pass with flying colors. Obviously, you're doing the work and you're working really hard towards it. It's not that you're like breezing it without doing any work. I definitely see the investment that you've got there, and it really goes in your favor. There's a lot of wins for you, and I mean W-I-N-S, wins for you in the month of May. Now, also the Six of Wands is an indication of you bringing your A game. You may have some Virgo placements there because they also had this energy of bringing their A game in the month of May. Also, you are an influencer. You're influencing your circumstances by trying to be as positive as possible. Now, again, as I said, it's easier said than done, but you're following your heart and you're trying to find the beauty and the happiness in the world. They're actually giving me a song. I'm not sure how it resonates with your reading, but I will give it to you. I've got soul, but I'm not a soldier. Okay, it's just repeating itself. Now, you know what? That song is familiar to me. I have heard that song somewhere. I can't tell you where, and I don't know if it showed up in a reading. It is really familiar to me, but right now in this moment, I cannot, for the life of me, think of who sings it, okay? It's a masculine band, but there is some feminine voices in there as well. It feels like it's a collective, actually. And it starts to I mean, that it's quite actually empowering. So perhaps this is about you finding a gentle way of leading or taking a leadership. I've got soul, but I'm not a soldier. So this is, I mean, there's a lot of crazy things happening around the world at the moment. So perhaps some of you are keeping an eye on world events and, you know, really trying to raise your vibrations to avoid any conflicts. Okay. I think we should all be kind of thinking and praying for that. No conflicts and peace. But I've got soul, but I'm not a soldier. Now, so maybe you are like marching in towards, like, as I said, bringing your A game, but marching towards something that you want to accomplish. You've got your eye on a goal and you're going to like really attack that goal and make it happen. But you're doing it in a very soulful, peaceful way where you're just allowing yourself to be in the flow. I'm not really sure how that song resonates with your reading at all. It's just popped up there. So it could be that you're listening to the radio at the same time and you just heard it on the radio, or you may hear it just after this reading. Listen out for this song in the next 5 weeks. There's definitely some good news coming because it's attached to this card, which means good news elevates you in some way. You're going to be really proud of yourself moving forward. So listen out for that song. Now, for some of you, if you are a performer or you're someone who is very artistic, there's definitely an opportunity for you to be in the public eye. I definitely see that there's a very well-known energy presence here. So if you are striving to be in the public eye, there's definitely an opportunity in May for you to tap into that energy and rise through the ranks is what I'm seeing. Maybe that's what that song is about, rising through the ranks. Okay. Maybe some of you, I really get a sense of just when you were about to walk away from something or you thought a job did not go in your favor, suddenly it's yours. Okay. And that is whether you want to be famous or not, or whatever sector you're working in. If you're trying to accomplish something in the month, well, if you're trying to accomplish something long term, it almost feels there's a lot of stress and you may feel like, oh, what's the point? Don't give up, because just when you're about to walk away from something, suddenly you clinch the deal or suddenly it's yours. Now, this could be like you're trying to purchase something. Maybe you've got an acquisition or an investment. Suddenly you're like, you know what, this is not going to go the way you'd hoped for. Suddenly there's movement, and suddenly quite quickly you've accomplished what you set out to do. So a lot of good energy and productivity in the month of May. Now, the Queen of Cups is really a desire to have self-care and also to believe in yourself. The Queen of Cups, male or female, not a gender-specific reading. It's about the energy. The Queen of Cups knows what she has to offer. Okay, so I feel like you're starting to become aware that actually you are a gift. You offer so much of yourself into everything you do. You're a really good friend. You try as hard as you can to be a really awesome person within the family unit. You feel like you have a lot of responsibilities, but you lead with your heart. Also, in the working environment, you give a lot of yourself. And I feel even in the community or to events, wherever you go, you try to give a piece of yourself and be really generous with your time and your energy and your love. Really do remember not to overextend your energy this month. Make sure that you make some time for you, okay? Now, also, the Queen of Cups with the Six of Wands and the Sun card, when you really connect these cards to finances, this can indicate that, you know what, you're hoping for more abundance, or you're attracting more abundance at this time. And the Queen of Cups may feel like you need to be money savvy and you need to manage your finances. But some of you may actually look towards other people or information. Maybe you're going to learn something from somebody about investments. It could be online. You may be watching videos online about how to invest your finances. I would say always do your due diligence, okay? And trust your intuition. Now, also with this energy and the Hermit energy, I'm really picking up a desire to go on a spiritual quest or dig a little bit deeper spiritually this month. I feel a lot of you are very, very gifted when it comes to your spirituality. So some of you are seers, Some of you will have flashes of insight, which indicate that you are a seer, but it may be a little bit more sporadic and it's not something that you can control. It just happens from time to time. You're going to have a lot more of that in the month of May. And some of you may actually seek to develop those skills deeper. Some of you may actually open yourself up to yoga, Reiki, and you may become a teacher or think about becoming a teacher in those aspects, or you just want to connect to those things in order to bring a lot more peace to your soul. They're really giving me this sense, and this popped up for a reading a couple of months ago, I think. There's this energy of needing a massage. Okay, it's definitely the back area. I'm even feeling it on the shoulder right now. So perhaps you've been under a lot of pressure recently, and I'm just getting the sense that, you know what, it would be lovely to have a massage, but perhaps if you haven't been able to afford it or you haven't had the time to be able to do it, even if you can get someone that you trust just to give you a little squidge around the shoulders or try to manage the pressure, then I feel your body would really benefit from that, okay? Now, I also see some of you really cutting out things that perhaps make you feel low energy. Now, this could be you really identifying things in your diet that perhaps are not working for you. So you've gone through a period of really dissecting what you eat and saying, you know what, that makes me feel a bit bloated, or that steals me and my energy and robs me of energy, or it just makes me want to snooze after I eat it, and you've got a lot on. So I definitely see that you are restructuring the way that you eat. Also, I see a lot of restructure in the home space. So some of you may be decluttering, maybe gifting items to charity, or even putting them online to sell so that you got a little bit more money in your back pocket. Now, we do have the Hermit. It's in the resistance position. So some of you may have been feeling very isolated, or you felt like withdrawing in order to focus on something. And what they're indicating here with the Sun is, yes, withdrawing is important, okay? It's important to have some alone time, but if you spend too much time alone, it can chip away at your energy, but also it can make you feel a lament or a sadness, okay? So I'm just going to pull a card on that. So they're indicating with the Queen of Wands in this position that you are a really awesome person. You have a lot of passion and soul. That's probably why that song came up. And you'll be getting yourself out there and being a little bit more sociable than usual, especially at the end of the month, okay? So even if you're connecting to a social event, maybe something within the community that you've seen advertised, or if you're putting yourself on a hobby or something exciting, something where you can really connect to your passions, that's definitely going to bring a lot of positive energy into your world. We've got the Nine of Swords and we've got the Seven of Cups. Some of you could be worrying about some options that you've got right now, and you're trying to find clarity. Some of you may even have had sleeping patterns that are a little bit off, and it's just like when you're about to fall asleep, you may find that your imagination is running wild and thinking about all the good things in the world, but also the bad things in the world and the things that so it's really important to find better sleep, okay? I always say when you're going to fall asleep, don't check the news, or don't connect to anything that's too negative. I mean, I'm not here to tell you how to run your life, but as you fall into the waking, sleeping state, as you're falling, you're actually dragging the energy with you. So you may even get a full 7-8 hours sleep and wake up totally exhausted. But as you fell asleep, you had those negative, draining kind of things on your mind, or if you're listening to them before you fall asleep. So just watch out for that. They're just showing me better sleeping patterns will come after the 15th of May for you. Nine of Swords. Something has been on your mind, maybe making you feel a little bit anxious. It could also be the ghosts of the past. You could be replaying situations in your mind just before you fall asleep in order to rectify them. The things you could have said, should have said, and would have said if you had thought of them in the moment. The woulda, coulda, shoulda moments just before you fall asleep. So just watch out for that. Also, we've got the Seven of Cups there. Now, the Seven of Cups is an interesting card because it does indicate that you have a lot of options right now. And perhaps you're trying to find direction and be guided to the right path. You will find the answers you seek in the month of May, and you will know how to proceed. You're actually on the right path. Give yourself credit. Trust your intuition. You know the direction you should head in. you'll feel it, a fire in your belly. Imagine it, what I say is, imagine every scenario. Okay, this is what the Seven of Cups really is about. Use your imagination. Imagine each outcome as it could be or should be, okay? And see how you feel about it. Check in with your heart space, check in with your gut instinct. How do you feel about every eventuality? And if the first one is like, yeah, that's good, but it's not it. The second one's like, oh no, actually, that's not for me. And then the third one's like, okay, there's a feeling there that makes me a little bit excited. Maybe that's one that I really should explore. So I really feel exploring your options in the month of May is so important for you, and to check in with your intuition. What I'm being given here is there's some sort of anxiety or something perhaps you're worrying about, and there's actually no reason to be worried about it, okay? Now, also, I'm picking up a real energy of someone being very, very shy. Okay, some of you will actually come out of a comfort zone in the month of May and perhaps do something that you've never done before. It'll set you free, is what they're giving me. There's a wonderful boost of confidence on offer for you, as well as energy. And we've got the Sun card. It's in the resistance position, so some of you may have been feeling very unmotivated or low energy recently, or you may have felt a little bit down. You may have just started like looking at the world and everything we've been through. And remember, we have all been through a major traumatic experience, and it's changed the way that we feel about some things, okay? And although we are like shifting away from that energy, it has left a mark. Okay, so remember, you are awesome. You're dealing with the experiences that you've got in this moment, and you're doing a good job. Sometimes we forget to give ourselves credit for everything that we're dealing with. Being human these days is really tough. We've got the internet, we've got emails, we've got information bombarding us, we've got responsibilities, we've got to pay the bills, try to keep up with friends or connect to them, try to have some me time, look after children if we've got children. There's a lot going on, okay? So give yourself a pat on the back because you are doing a good job. I can see that you're doing a really good job. And the Sun card indicates, yes, it has been tough, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And I did see a wonderful message from someone in the collective that said, Baba, why is there always a light at the end of the tunnel? Why can't there be a light in the tunnel? And I feel perhaps you're going to find that light in the tunnel in the month of May so that you can find your way towards the answers that you seek, but at the same time, the opportunities that you've been trying to manifest, okay? Now, the Sun, I'm really getting an energy of going out and having fun with this card. So if you have not been going out and having fun, May is definitely a month where there's going to be invitations. There's one in particular that comes your way. It could be from a friend that you haven't seen for a while. It could also be from friends that you have around you at the moment. It could even be a creative invitation to a museum, a gallery, or even you see something that you would like to go to, but I actually see an invitation, and I feel that is going to make you quite excited, and it's going to give you a little bit more spring in your step. Now we do have the Eight of Cups, which indicates that some of you have been desiring to either get away from all, because these cards are in the resistance position, which means I'm getting them in the reverse. But by the end of May, they're turned in the upright. So the Eight of Cups indicates that some of you have been feeling like you want to get away from it all, you need a real break, or you feel that you need some time to really figure out your journey or your true calling, and you have a desire to go on a journey of discovery and let go of all the things that perhaps have been very superficial in your life or things that have not been working for you. Well, the Eight of Cups also indicates that you're fully learning from situations from the past. And some of you, if you are away from home, or what you consider home as in your family home, some of you may take a quick trip home in the month of May, just to visit family and friends if you are someone who's relocated somewhere. Also, some of you may actually think about relocating to somewhere that you feel you belong or feel a little bit more happy with, because I see you making major changes this month that will really benefit you. But there's going to be a lot of bigger questions this month, a lot of deep soul searching this month. And the Eight of Cups, anyone who walks away from something that is not fulfilling them in life, they're actually taking control of their life, and they're saying to the universe, I deserve the best. I deserve better than what's going on right now. So I'm walking away from something. I actually see you walking away from loneliness. I see you walking away from sadness, and I see a lot more positive things entering your life in the month of May. And because you're walking away from those things, the universe tends to deliver a gift, the Nine of Cups. Okay, the Nine of Cups comes after the 8. So I feel like you're walking towards a wish come true. Now, the outcome, we've got transformation. That is the Death card. Something big is ending in your life. Something that perhaps you've identified, and perhaps it's taken a while for you to really release it. But in the month of May, you're cutting it. It's out. And I feel with this can be like an old habit, or it could be something that's been hindering you from getting to where you want to go. So if some of you have been in a working environment where you want to level up, go to a promotion or a new status, or even take over a leadership position, there's definitely an opportunity. There's a door opening for you, and it really transforms your life. Some of you are actually going to be launching something new. You may even just change the way you live, whether that's relocating somewhere else, or just really changing or rearranging things in the home space. I feel like it's to bring more positive change in your world. Now, okay. Now this could be a change of job or career. Could also be a total revamp of your finances, but something big is ending for you, and you're in control of the changes. The transformation tends to be a recognition that nothing remains the same, and you need to accept that life evolves through cycles. And now is the time for transition for you. Things are changing from one state to another, and you need to allow this to happen for your highest good. And I feel like you're called to let go of the old, to welcome in the new. And if some of you have been feeling a little bit lost recently, or low vibe, low energy, that will change. You're going to feel a lot more positive. There's going to be a lot more, as I said, energy available to you to access. You're going to feel a lot more creative as well. The Queen of Fire, she is a wonderful card. Basically, she goes where the fun and the sun is, okay? So where her happiness takes her, where her passions take her. And although this is not a gender-specific reading, I do see that you are starting with something that really makes your heart feel quite happy, and then you're ending with this full-on, soul-on-fire, excited energy where you can celebrate, you are magnetizing wonderful opportunities, success, and collaborations into your life. If you're an artist or a creative in the month of May, this really is a big month for you, okay? And it will transform your life. The Queen of Wands also indicates, you are very capable of strong friendships, and you actually inspire and encourage other people because you express yourself in a very unique way, but also you're going to be connecting to people who do the same for you this month. And there's a lot of achievement here. You're being encouraged to express your passions. If you're looking for love and you're feeling a little bit alone right now, and you are just trying to go through a period of personal development and really find that sense of peace in your world, to be alone does not mean to feel lonely. Okay, I did pick up a little bit of loneliness there, and that's not from all Geminis. I'm only picking up about 18% energy there. So sometimes it may be those 3 a.m. thoughts where like, you know what? I wish I had somebody to just cuddle up to, or to just, hold me. So there may be some of that has gone on in your life. Perhaps some of you have gone through a disappointment or a difficulty in love in the past, and you're trying to work through the stuff before you open yourself up to move into a new relationship. With the Queen of Wands there, I do feel that you are turning heads this month. You're getting a lot of attention, okay? So I do feel you'll have the pick of the bunch when it comes to love. I'll just pull a card on that because this card, it can be connected to aesthetics, that you are in a very powerful position, you're very attractive, and you are attracting a lot of attention. So be your wonderful, passionate self. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. But the majority energy I'm getting, I mean, look at that. The Sun 3 times, yeah, and the Page of Cups. You're attracting love at this time because you are comfortable in your own skin, or you're learning to be comfortable in your own skin and love yourself for who you are. You are unique, and that is your superpower. And there's a new love, someone who's going to be connecting to you. There's going to be a lot of flirtation, back and forth messages. And this person, you could either meet this person at a place where you volunteer your time or your energy. Could also be a creative collaboration, or somewhere where you either do a hobby or you do something that you're really passionate about, and this person comes into your life. They're very curious about you, and they, do everything they can to get to know you on a deeper level, okay? This person could be strong Leo in their chart, but also could be Scorpio and Pisces is what I'm seeing there too, okay? Now, this will take you by surprise. If you're not looking for love, I definitely see that you're attracting an offer. Now, this could be in the career sector. It's something that you love. You get an opportunity to follow your bliss, and there's a contract on offer for you too. I would say make sure you read the fine print, because we do, of course, have the Justice card there. So you're going to have a lot of paperwork to deal with this month. Or you're going to be in a state of organization, but there's definitely an offer coming through that you will love, and it's going to be very prosperous long term. Now, the Justice card indicates that this is a period of adjustment for you, especially at the end of the month. Big changes happening, but it's to recalibrate your life in order to bring balance and harmony, to welcome in success, happiness, and change that will actually make you feel very emotionally rewarded, and at the same time, I'm seeing the effort that you put in, you're actually going to receive rewards and accomplish great things. Now, also the Justice card, if some of you are going through a legal battle, or maybe because you had that, I'm a soul, no, I've got a lot of soul, but I'm not soldier. I can't remember the exact lyrics. They came in that moment, so I gave you what they gave me in that moment, but they're not there right now. I feel that you are going to win this situation. Stand in your power. It will transform the way you look at people. So if you have I feel like the other person's going to back down, actually. That's what I feel. They're going to be like, you know what? I feel like they don't really want to bring it any further. So I feel like they may work on a deal, or they may work on, I don't know really how legalities work, but I definitely see that it's a win-win for you. Now also with the Libra card, this Justice card, I feel like you're making a bit of an evaluation in the month of May and asking yourself, do I like what I do? And if the answer is no, you're making a major change. The universe sometimes comes along with a tower moment, and I'm not feeling it. I mean, am I feeling a tower moment for you? I feel a slight connection to like a liberation moment rather than a tower moment. I just want to put that out there. But what I feel is, if you're not happy with something, you're making some major changes. You're not going to struggle with it. You're not going to allow it to control you. I feel like you're liberating yourself from a very difficult situation. Or we've got the Seven of Wands there. We've got the Two of Wands. We've also got the Wheel of Fortune, and we've got the Knight of Swords. So yeah, a very positive month where you're making changes that benefit you. Seven of Wands indicates that you are capable of great success. You never give up. And, this is about building self-confidence, being inspired, and going the distance. It indicates that you're going, you are your personal best, and your perseverance will take you to where you want to go. So if some of you have, for example, lost your job before you came to this reading, or you're still looking for a job and you can't find one, there's an offer coming on in that will change your life. Yes, the majority of May, you may have to wait. Okay, I see the first 2 weeks, there isn't much action. I mean, you may go for the interview. Remember that you are above the competition. Okay, so stand in your power. And that's not you being arrogant or cocky or egotistic. It's you recognizing that you are a gift and you have a lot to offer. So stand in your power. If some of you are feeling that you want to get out there and find love, you're making adjustments to put yourself in a situation to do that. And I definitely see that if you're looking for love, I do feel there's a little bit of a barrier or something that you're still working through before you meet this new person. So, but I feel like you're on the right track to meeting that person. Also, you are a very strong person, my beautiful Gemini. You've been through a lot, but you're unstoppable in your energy, and your passion pushes the obstacles aside as you engage in sustained effort. So there may be part of the month where you're feeling like, oh my gosh, I've got so much on my plate, and you're just doing. You're going to be on the go. I'm not going to lie to you. But at the same time, the latter part of the month, you're going to be like, and relax. And now it's time for me. Okay. The Two of Wands indicates you are on the right path, but you're at a period of mapping your progress, or you're really trying to align yourself with what you need to do right now. There's a big old wide world out there for you to explore, and I feel you're like getting busy and ready to take the opportunities to do that. The Two of Wands can also indicate that you have a plan, an expectation, a yearning for something that's actually going to show up in your world a little bit quicker than you thought. We've got the Wheel of Fortune indicating destiny intervening, sudden turn of events, a lucky break for you, lots of abundance coming for you. And of course, we've got the Knight of Swords. It will change your life. The Knight of Swords is about making really quick lifestyle changes. So they're indicating here that you may have been battling away and the wait may have been frustrating, but the universe is indicating that you're right on track and you're connecting to your true life's purpose, and it will help you accomplish whatever it is that you set out to do. So very, very positive. I'm just going to get some final cards for you. It's really interesting because there's a white horse on this this card, but in the water right now they're showing me a black horse, beautiful black horse. Wow. I would say it could be a stallion. I'm not sure. They're showing me. Okay, thanks so much. I'm truly grateful. So they're indicating horses, you know, they represent strength, passion, to carry you through any difficulties. They represent victory. If you've been down on your luck recently, there's definitely a better turn in your fortune. Okay, you may have a desire for more independence and freedom and spontaneity in your life. You will be attracting that as well. And they're giving me respect from those around you. Okay, so we already picked up on that, definitely there. Yeah, turning something that was negative into a positive is what the main theme for your month is. Okay, now you may see a black horse as a logo somewhere. It could be a company that you're trying to interview with. It could be that you're going on a vacation, trying to book a trip away, and the company logo is a black horse. It could be that you're getting a black horse tattoo, or you've got one, or you see someone with it, maybe an image on a billboard. They're really indicating that there's movement forward. Now, horses, they are very unpredictable sometimes. They're spontaneous. So maybe you're bringing a little bit more of that into your world. If you've been feeling that you've been in a repetitive cycle and you've been feeling, oh, they want one more, so I'll give it. And you've been feeling a little bit stuck. I feel your evaluation period helps you change things that you're dissatisfied with. So you bring in much more positive developments long term. Okay, so we have closing. Okay, and there's a sarcophagus there, coming to an end of a phase, the conclusion of something, completing a cycle. So any projects you've started, you're definitely going to get those things done. It's a golden sarcophagus, so that means there's a lot of positive energy. There are positive endings and closings in your life in order to affect change. We do have futuristic. Okay, so you're looking to the future there, and there's a brighter future to look forward to. You're channeling your energy in a more streamlined way so that you remain grounded. We've got a futuristic view of the world, modern and unique ideas, and ahead of your time. You are a maverick, my beautiful Gemini, so any of those wonderful ideas that you have, run with them because they're going to take you straight towards success. Some of you maybe have a second stream of income, or you're trying to set up a second stream of income. You may be starting something new where you are the figurehead of that company. Shine your wonderful light. Don't let anyone derail you from your path. You are headed towards great things. Now we also have perspective, okay? So this is your period of introspection. It says changing the meaning of the issue, or change the meaning of the issue, experiences shaping perspective and reflection for change. So that's literally reflection for change. So you're getting the same energy even in a different deck, okay? And we also have back to life. Back to life. So as one thing is closing, another door is opening. So it says resurrected relationships or situations, unresolved issues will be tied up, tying up loose ends, unfinished business. So definitely an opportunity for a second chance in some areas. I mean, we do have, I'm just going to pull a quick card on it. If you're in a relationship at the moment, I feel you and your person, you reignite the spark in your relationship. Now also there's two people here, and I'm feeling they're more like soul tribe members, friends is what I'm getting, friends. So I feel there's someone here who really cares very deeply about you. but it may have been a friendship that was always on their terms, and you may have lost touch with that person for a little while. They will make their way back to you to give you an olive branch. I feel like they have made some adjustments, and they can see that actually they were a little bit selfish or putting their own needs first. So that definitely comes up there. Also, if you're single, I'm just seeing if there is a return of someone from the past. I just want to just check that out. Oh, there it is. Of course it is. Of course it is. I was picking up the energy, so I was like, it's also Mercury retrograde right up until the 14th of May. So I'm picking up the energy. Okay, so we do have a reunion with somebody from your past. I'm going to pull a separate card on the Emperor because it can indicate a divine counterpart. So it could be twin flame energy, you're reconnecting with that person, or it could be someone that you feel is your soulmate and there was a separation period. There is a potential for you and your person to reunite this month and to resolve the issues and work towards a brighter future together, okay? The Four Wands says that there is celebration, also reunion. Okay, but also I'm getting a real strong energy of a friend from the past reuniting with you, and they run their own business, and I feel like they give you an offer, an opportunity to work with them. So that's coming through as well. Make sure you have a contract in place, even though you're friends. There won't be anything like falling out or anything, but it's always good to know where each party stands. Now let me just use a different deck there. Can you please clarify this Emperor energy? Can you please clarify this Emperor energy? Also, I'm picking up a very strong energy. Yeah, so this person from the past, they want to tell you the truth. They may even have been going through a divorce or a separation. Let me just... Are they still connected to someone? Just want to... Yeah, they are. Okay. It's not done. Okay. Three of Pentacles tells me that someone from your past who's resurfacing, they may still have links to another person. So they may be currently going through a divorce or a separation, but it's still not done. It's still not over. So they may be reaching out towards you because they miss you, of course, and there is some love and feelings there, but I would make sure you do your due diligence and protect your heart, because this person, there's a reason why you and this person didn't work in the past, so revisit that as well. The Six of Cups kind of says, don't look back with rose-tinted glasses, because there's always a reason why this person or this situation has drifted from your life. The people who are meant to be in your life, they stick around, okay? Now, also, I'm really picking up on an energy of some of you revisiting a project or re-entering a collaboration with some people to accomplish something. So you may be setting up a business partnership. You revisit this. There's a lot of good stuff coming out of this. You may set up your own business, become an entrepreneur. I feel like you've got your business mind on there. And in the future, it's going to be a very lucrative business. There's going to be a lot of celebration. Doing something that you love, it's going to be very rewarding. But make sure you draw up contracts. That's so important. The Justice card has come out twice. The Sun card has come out 3 times. So a big win for you this month. Now, some of you on your spiritual quest for personal development may actually seek advice. Okay, you may actually seek advice to help you on your journey. So some of you may take up a counselor or see a psychiatrist or a psychologist, or some of you are training to be one of those, and you're using your experiences to inform you and then go through an educational process to get a certificate so that you can practice legally. I definitely see you being very good at that as well, because you do understand the human psyche on a deeper level. So I'm just going to go, oh, nope, they said, nope, not finished. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Thank you so much. Oh, that's all they want. We have, I am good enough and I am ready. Okay, so we've got number 21, which is a World card energy, entering a new cycle, but tying up loose ends, closing down projects, finishing them, being on to the next. Also, it indicates you're going to be in the right place at the right time to receive opportunities, but you are good enough. So remember that confidence is coming this month, and I am ready. So if you're launching something or you're cutting something out, you're ready to do it. It's time. It's long overdue is what they just said to me. Now, before I, well, it's probably because I'm connected to the runes. They're giving me an image of a Viking ship. Now, Viking ships, they tend to have advantage over others on a journey. So if you are going towards something that is competitive, I would definitely say you're above the competition. Viking ship, it kind of reestablishes force, power, making a point, protective energy and victory, exploring new lands, maybe following your inner compass to take and have courage to navigate your own personal journey towards new heights and overcome obstacles. Thanks so much, I'm truly grateful. I did not know that. Symbols of wealth and power. Some of you may have been feeling like you're going against the tide in life, but you have the talent, the power, the skill, and the courage to forge a way through any of these obstacles. Nothing can hold you back is what they're giving me. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. You may see a Viking ship. It may be an image, maybe a poster, maybe a movie about one. Maybe someone's got a tattoo. When you see that, it indicates you're past an obstacle and that this good news is arriving for you that will change everything. Okay, so something to celebrate there. Now we have, oh, I'm loving that. We've got the wealth rune. This is all about cattle, okay, fulfillment and power. That literally means power, okay? If there's been any disappointments or loss or any problems, they get resolved, and there's material gain with this rune as well, okay? Also, we have strength. This is the ox rune, so that's promotion. Also, it can be about you having distant influences. Remember I said someone from either a place of work or somewhere that you are connected to is leaving, okay? They have a distant influence. Once they leave, they actually put in a good word for you. So there's definitely an opportunity coming through for you. Also, it connects to health. So a lot of you are going to be focusing on your immune system, definitely on the back. Remember that as well. And they just gave me digital influences. So it could be an email that comes through or a text. And finally, we have, just connect to that energy. This is the wind rune. It's really interesting because right at the beginning I said winds, and my guides wanted me to clarify that it was winds rather than winds with a D. So I spelt it. I hope you remember that. W-I-N-S. I did that right at the beginning because they wanted me to clarify. And they're indicating because they give you the wind rune, okay, which is all about harmony and blessings coming in, joy, new additions to your life, all that you desire, okay? So lots of positive energy there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with my reading, which is very, very important for me. Also, before I leave, they're indicating you and a person. It could be a friend, could be a sibling, could be someone that you really care about, it could be a partner. Are thinking about taking a transformative trip, like a spiritual retreat. It will transform your life. Even if it's like a spa day, even if it's like a trip to develop your spiritual gifts, it will transform the way you look at yourself and how you streamline your energy. So it's really, really rewarding, okay? Even if it's a free event in the community, whatever it is, I definitely see you and a person going to it, and it's very, very interesting indeed, okay? So I'll leave it there. Thank you so much, my beautiful Gemini, and love and light.